Well, hello, everybody, and welcome along to Only Leeds Bros. This is the match build-up. Next up for Leeds United, we take on Swansea City at Elland Road on Saturday. Eventually, the international break is over, and Leeds United are eventually back. In this show, we'll be taking a look at the latest team news and injury updates from Daniel Farke's press conference. We'll be taking a bit of a deep dive into Swansea City and a bit of an opposition watch, fact foil, players to kind of look out head to head, and recent form from Swansea City. And then we'll also be giving our predicted lineups, what lineups we think Daniel Farke is going to go with. We're never exactly right on it, but it's always a good bit of fun to try and predict the starting 11. And then we'll also be giving our match predictions as well. And then it will be over to you guys then to let us know your starting lineup and your match predictions in the comment box below. Before we do get into the video, please don't forget to slap a like on the video and hit subscribe to the channel. We would really, really appreciate it. So pass it over to Dylan, and he's going to give us the update on Daniel Farke's press conference.
Hello everyone, hope everyone is doing well. The Mighty Whites are back this weekend, so I'm buzzing for that. Willie Nando, lads, 50-50. We don't know, it's still early days, but we'll see what happens. I think we can all just take a breath and be happy with the other news to come. Patrick Bamford is back in training as well, which is great news. Same with Max Vober, he was back in team training today. And then also Ethan Ampadu, lads, very, very good. I think we're all pleased with that one. Surprised, Darren?
Yeah, not really though, Dylan, with Ethan Ampadu, to be honest, buddy, because we've seen him as long as he's been at Leeds United. Anytime he's been injured, he always comes back ahead of schedule, doesn't he? And he's came back like a week or two ahead of what Leeds United have planned. So absolutely brilliant. And I think, Dylan, it's probably, we've heard so much about Ampadu, the outside about how professional he is, how he takes his rehab very, very seriously. He eats right. He looks after himself right. And to be honest, Dylan, that's everything that you want from a captain, is it? And we'll obviously we'll take a bit of a deep dive into it as well when we do get into it and we chat about the game. But I just don't think it's any coincidence that Leeds United's form has dipped, Dylan, in the last couple of games, and it's ever since Ethan Ampadu has been held aside. Even though him himself mightn't particularly play very well, he's still a presence on the pitch. You know what I mean? We do see him, talking and pointing and shouting, and he's our kind of Liam Cooper now, Dylan, isn't he? Where we know at times Liam Cooper never really played great, but we always looked a lot better when Cooper was in the back line because he was able to kind of organise it. So I think he's kind of the glue that holds the whole thing together, and I think that's why Daniel Farke rests a lot of importance on Ethan Ampadu. And we've heard it so many times when he does speak about Ampadu, how important and how highly he speaks of Ethan Ampadu as well. So I think it's brilliant, Dylan, that he's back in, and we did kind of touch on it as well after QPR and over the international break. We spoke about it as well, and as much as we didn't want to see Willie Nanto, be injured, I kind of asked myself, I think it's more important that we get Ethan Ampadu back into this team because I thought we've really, really struggled without him, especially away from home. Then Portsmouth games, QPR, I think they're the games where you need Ampadu, Dylan.
Just going back to the Ampadu situation, Darren, I feel, I don't know, maybe there's a lot of stress on his body. I think he might be being a bit rushed. I know, considering it's 8 games to go, it's squeaky bum time, and we need to kind of keep the flow going, especially we all know how Leeds react after an international break. But I'm just kind of getting the vibe, is he being rushed back and going down further down the line? Potentially, is it going to be a worse injury? That's the fear that in the back of my head.
That's what you kind of have to look at. And I think probably, Dylan, I can understand where the club are coming from. If that is the case, that they're rushing them back at this period of time, especially towards the end of the season, we need them back, Dylan. We really do. If this was, the injury that I had at the start of the season, you think, right, we have a little bit of time. And I don't think we rushed them back quite as much, his earlier injury of the season. I think he did genuinely come back, because we seen when he did come back into the team for them Stoke and Derby away over the Christmas period, he was absolutely phenomenal, Dylan. There was no denying that, he was rushed back or off it. He came back all guns blazing. He was very, very good. And I suppose we'll know about it, if he does get his chance on Saturday. If he does come on, we'll obviously speak about when we get into our predicted lineup. But we'll know exactly on Saturday, Dylan, what type of Ethan Ampadu is there, whether he's, he has been rushed back, is he still carrying a little bit, bit of a knock, or if he's fit and flying and ready to go. And, our eyes will tell us everything on Saturday. So I'm just delighted, Dylan, to see that he's back. And even if he's in and around the squad, I think it's only a massive boost for Leeds United.
Yeah, 100%. I have to agree. And looking forward to Saturday, and we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, so all good news from Daniel Farke's press conference today. And I think it was a bit of a weight off Leeds fans' shoulders, wasn't it? Because we had the worry of Willie Nanto. That was good news, even though he's only 50-50 for the weekend. At least we know it's not, a season kind of ending injury to Willie Nanto. We know then, we can look to Luton and Borough then for him to be back for them games if he isn't going to be ready for Swansea. So really, really good news there. brilliant news about Ethan Ampadu and then Vauban and Bamford. As much as, we might have a couple of Bamford, haters out there, there's no denying, Dylan, that we need everybody back in, in the squad, ready to push in case anything happens. If anything happens to Joe Pirro, if Mateo Joseph is not anything, we're going to need everyone as much as, Bamford was on it. Dylan, you spoke about it so much this season that it could come down to Bamford coming back the last couple of games this season, and he could drag us over the line. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe he will. Who knows? And that's all to be saying. But once anybody is part of this Leeds United side, I want everyone to be fit and healthy and ready to pull Leeds United over the line. So that's where we're at the minute. Let's move on to Swansea City then, Dylan. We'll take a look at a little bit of a fact file and opposition watch on Swansea City. So the record so far this season, they're 12 wins, 8 draws and 18 losses this season, totaling 44 points altogether this season. Their home record, 7 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses, and that is 26 points at home they've gained this season. Their away record, not too great, so a little bit of joy in this for Leeds United. Only 5 wins away from homes, 3 draws and 10 losses. Let's hope that is 11 on Saturday, earning a total of only 18 points away from home this season. They scored 37 goals this season, averaging 1.6 goals per game. And they've conceded 46 goals this season. That has resulted in a goal difference of a -9 so far this season for Swansea City. Key players to look out for: Liam Cullen has got 9 goals this season, totaling 10 goals across all competitions. And the most assists is Ronald, not Ronald McDonald, is Ronald, totaling 6 assists so far this season for them. And the manager is a very familiar face to Leeds United fans, is ex-Leeds United player Alan Sheehan. So he will want to come back to Elland Road and get one over on his own team, won't he? And they are sitting 16th in the championship table. Let's take a look then, a bit of a head-to-head and the recent form. So a bit of a mixed bag for them so far this season. They had a very, very good win, in my opinion, against Blackburn Rovers, beating them 3-0. A 0-0 draw at Preston, which is nothing to be sneezed at as well. They bet Middlesbrough 1-0 as well. A 1-0 loss to Watford, and then a 2-0 loss to Burnley as well. So couple of really, really good results in there. I think Leeds United do have to keep an eye on that. That Borough and Blackburn result is absolutely nothing to be sneezed at. So we do have to be very wary of Swansea City. The head-to-head, Leeds United and Swansea City have faced each other a total of 11 times since 2007. Leeds United holding the upper hand in the encounters, winning 7 to Swansea City's 3 and only 1 draw. Leeds United have won the last 4 meetings between the sides. The recent encounters, Leeds United defeated Swansea 4-3 earlier on in the season. You remember that one, a Willie Nonto winner right at the death. We thought we were after throwing it away when Swansea City got a 90th minute goal to make it 3-3, and then up popped Willie Nonto then to get us the winner and take us all 3 points at Swansea that day. February the 13th, 2024, Leeds United ran out 4-0 winners against Swansea City, and then November the 29th, 2023, Leeds United won 3-0 versus Swansea City at Elland Road. So recent form, Dylan, against Swansea City, it looks good. We've won the last 4. I think that the one before that was a very memorable game. I didn't put it into it, but I should have. Was the Pablo Hernandez goal, which seen us get promoted out of this division and back to the Premier League. So a couple of fine memories against Swansea City. So let's hope Leeds United can continue that on again this weekend.
Yeah, well, even down to Dan James as well, is past boyhood club, you could say, to a certain degree. He has a point to prove as well. So I'm looking forward to him playing against them.
Joe Rodon as well, Joe Pirro.
Exactly, yeah. So there's a lot of players in there. But for me, anyway, I think it's solely based on this international break, if the boys are going to bounce back. And, our home record speaks for itself. So hopefully the boys can come out and do a job solid on Saturday, and especially because myself and you are at it. So looking forward to it. I'm buzzing a few points as well, so I'm looking forward to it. But then, it holds a little special place in my heart, considering literally what you said there the last time. Well, not the last time, but that special time when Pablo Hernandez scored that goal for us to go up. So
you'll always remember it was against Swansea City as well, don't you? You'll always remember that.
Exactly. So 8 games to go, and hopefully Leeds can get 3 points.
Hopefully, yeah. And that's it. Only 8 games left to go. So this is it. This is the kickstart. You think on paper this is probably the ideal one for Leeds United to come back after the international break, but again, it's not played on paper. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes after the international break. Let's take a look then, Dylan, into our predicted lineups, and we'll take a little bit of a chat through it and maybe the reasons why we picked this. So we've gone for the exact same side, and I think, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, what kind of side you go with. But I think this more or less, Dylan, picks itself to you. Obviously, we're not too sure about Junior Firpo. He only returned very, very late this evening after a late flight, so it will be interesting to see if he's okay after international duty. We'll find out more about that on Saturday if he's in the matchday squad, but he does seem okay. He played for Dominican Republic and did score a penalty in that game as well. I think he played in a centre midfield role from what I heard. But Dylan, obviously the main one in there, and it was the main talking point over the international break, the Brendan Aronson one. We've both put him in there. It's probably it is going to be more than likely Brendan Aronson there, probably with the blow for Willie Gnonto. Do you think maybe possibly if Willie Gnonto didn't get injured, we would have seen him in there?
I think so, Darren. Yeah, 100%. You know, I did this predicted lineup. This is before I got the announcement that Willie Gnonto was injured. So, you know, I just think he's the only one to go in there. You know, maybe there's a shout you could say for Pirro, but Joseph up top, but he's not going to change. You know, I think we've seen how that's gone. So yeah, genuinely, I just think Brendan Aronson is going to be the man. Look, he's had 2 weeks off as well, so it's a bit of positivity on that. Like, you know, there's some boys there that haven't, you know, as you could say, your Dan James, Joe Rodon, Firpo, etc., even Tanaka. So, as Fark did say in his press conference, it's a quick turnaround for them boys considering one training session. But look, we'll see how we go.
Yeah, Dylan, I agree with you as well. I think probably after hearing the news today about Ethan Ampadu, how highly Daniel Farke was absolutely certain that he's going to be in the squad as well. He goes, he's definitely going to be in the squad. Will it be a thing, Dylan, where we could possibly see Ethan Ampadu start the game alongside El Tanaka? I think that could be a real possibility. Obviously, depending how the fitness is, but just the way Daniel Farke spoke about him today, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see the starting lineup at 2:00 on Saturday, and Ethan Ampadu is chucked straight back in.
Well, you never know. This is what this championship does. It has a lot of twists and tails, and with Daniel Farke, you just don't know what or predict what he's going to do. But to be quite honest, in my own head, I don't think so. I genuinely think maybe potentially if he does make the squad, he'll come on probably the 70th minute. You know, especially if we're
home and home.
You know, a smashing Swansea. Which, look, as you said, it doesn't be played on paper, but it's looking that way. The only thing that's going to fair me is the international break, of course, you know. But with Ampadu, yeah, he speaks very highly of him. He's a captain. He's, what I can see, he's the main man in that Leeds team.
I think he's massive, though. I think he's massive. I really do. Well, look, this might sound dramatic and might sound over the top, but this is just genuinely my opinion, Dylan. I genuinely think it could really pin promotion, you know, with Ethan Ampadu being back, because we were just going down the downward spiral without him being there. And I think this could be genuinely the light that we all need as Ampadu coming back into this team. We know at times he slows it down. We understand that, but I think that might be a little bit of instruction from Daniel Farke, Dylan. We don't like it, but he does it. And there's no denying, Dylan, when Ethan Ampadu is in the team, Leeds United do much better and we get the results. And at this stage of the season, I thought performances are kind of out the window. It's points on the board now, Dylan.
Yeah, but exactly. Yeah, 110%. I couldn't care less if, you know, Firpo does about 4 backflips, misses 6 years, as long as Leeds just get the win
over
and the points on the board.
You're still going to have it, though. In the 90 minutes, you're going to have the highs and lows. But at the end of it, you look back and go, right, if we go over there on Saturday, Jesus, touch wood, I hope it doesn't happen, and we have the worst performance ever, and one goes off one of their backsides and Leeds United win 1-0, you don't care, Dylan, because you get the 3 points, and that's what it's about. And I think this weekend is massive as well, Dylan. We know tomorrow night, and you're coming down, we're going to watch the game together, Sheffield United and Coventry City. It's a massive game tomorrow. Fingers crossed Coventry City can pick up something there. I think that would give Leeds United a real impetus as well. If Swansea City, or if Coventry can take all 3 points, then we have Swansea. Then the next week, then Burnley have to take on Coventry as well. So it's really, really setting up to be a tasty affair, isn't it? The next couple of weeks, and it's going to be a roller coaster. It always is with Leeds United, isn't it?
I'm delighted it's back there, and to be honest with you, I've been itching and scratching. You can even talk to the missus. My head has been wrecked. This international football ain't for me, especially because Ireland are no good. But apart from that,
we won 2 out of 2 though.
I know, but I've no interest whatsoever. Honestly, I'd rather watch paint dry, if I'm being completely honest with you. But you know, Leeds United is the heart and the soul. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it has that little bit more special because, as I said, it's squeaky bum time. 8 games to go. We're going on Saturday. Points. What more could you ask for? Let's just hope Leeds get 3 points.
100%. Before we get on to a little bit then at the end, Dylan, what's your score prediction?
You're going to like this one, Darren, especially because we're going. And probably everyone's going to laugh at me or probably like it as well. I'm going 3-0 to Leeds.
Yeah, I'm not going to laugh at you, Dylan, but I have 4 in my head. Don't know why.
Again.
Just have 4-0 in my head. Look, I take 1, as I said, I take 1-0. But yeah, I think this team, again, this will come back to bite me because I'm saying it across social media, do you know what I mean, and the internet.
This is getting bookmarked.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, I think this Leeds United team are just a different animal to the Leeds United team last year. I just think it's different mentality, it's a different set of players, and I
Yeah,
just think we're gonna do it, Dylan. I really, really do, and I'm hoping it's gonna be a steamroll. I'm hoping it is. I'm
a
hoping
steamroll.
we go on, 4 or 5 game winning run. Do you know what I mean? We home and house the league. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't think so. But that's what my mind is telling me right now. But yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. Yeah, what Dylan says, guys, if you haven't seen it, we're heading over to the game on Saturday, so there will be no watch along on Saturday, but we are going to do a full match day vlog. So we're going to record everything from getting up in Saturday morning. Our flight's at 6:30. We'll document all that in Dublin Airport, coming into Leeds, heading down to the game. We'll document all that. And we'll do a bit of a match reaction then, kind of after the game, the two of us, just as a little bit of a pre-record. Maybe around Elland Road, we have 1 or 2 people who want to get involved. We'll get them involved as well, and we'll throw that up then as soon as we can after the game. Then we'll be back down to Elland Road then on the Sunday then to get you guys player ratings. So we will be putting out across all our socials the player ratings link as well. So you'll be able to give us your player ratings for that. So obviously your score then will go against Dylan. You've seen it in the last player ratings video that we've done. So we'll do that on Sunday, and we'll get that up then as soon as we can. And then also, if you haven't checked it out, you see down in your bottom right hand corner here, we did an interview with the brilliant Heidi Hay from Follow Me and LUFC. Absolutely brilliant video, brilliant interview. What a wonderful, wonderful, amazing lady. So if you haven't already and you can spare yourself a little bit of time, go back and check that video. It was really, really enjoyable.
And also, hashtag find the sticker. Darren will give you the details.
So hashtag find a sticker. What we're doing, again, if you haven't seen it, myself and Dylan are giving away £100 in cash on Saturday. Just a way of saying thank you very much for everything that you've done. We did recently hit 2,000 subscribers in only 8 months, so it's absolutely brilliant. So in a way, giving a little bit of back and a little bit of challenge, a little bit of something different, because we're always brainstorming here and only Leeds Bros to bring you guys something a little bit different to what everyone else is doing. That's what our aim is as content creators, is to create something different and something new. You can be inspired by people, but take an idea and put your own twist on it, and that's what we're trying to do. So basically, yeah, all you have to do is myself and Dylan, as soon as we land in Leeds, we'll be getting a taxi straight down to Elland Road, which will probably be about 7:00 in the morning. We'll be leaving an only Leeds Bro sticker somewhere around the outside of Elland Road. All you have to do is find that sticker, peel it off, and bring it up to myself and Dylan. We'll meet you at the Billy Bremner statue, and we'll give you £100 cash back in return. If you meet it, for 10 minutes or whatever before the game, and we're already in the stadium, drop us a message on our socials, whatever, or just wait for us at the Bremner statue. We'll be going back to the Bremner statue after the game as well. If the sticker isn't found, we have a couple of ideas up our sleeves as well, and it'll all be on the match day vlog. So make sure you do go check that out. Dylan, and else to say before we wrap it up?
No, happy Thursday. Happy
Thursday. Leeds United are back. So again, guys, thanks ever so much for always supporting the channel. It's been absolutely brilliant. Some of the lovely comments we've got over the last couple of days. So keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep sharing, and keep doing all them good things to help us along, because we really can't do it without you guys. So thanks very much. That's it from myself and Dylan. That's it from only Leeds Bros. We'll chat you all again soon. Mind yourself and mind each other.